All right. Got green, orange, kind of Reanimator, mid-rangey stuff. So the Reanimator aspect of this deck, and in Mythgard in general, is generally centered around the card Hopeless Necromantic here. This is a 3-drop 2/3 that when it dies, it's replaced in its lane by the bottom minion in your Boneyard. And then the Path Disc of Circadia here says it alternates between 2 modes. And when you switch to day mode, you discard a card and give all minions Slayer 1. And this happens when you activate your power. So basically, how it works is, when you have one of your biggity bombs in your hand, like a Tursoko here, or a Chort Stag, or like maybe an Angel, or a Lavish Proxy, something that's more expensive, you can activate your disc to discard one of them, and then put Hopeless Necromantic into play, and then when it dies, it gets replaced by that big fatty. This deck isn't all in on the Reanimator strategy though, so grinning kolobok allows you to accelerate your resource a little bit so you can just cast your stuff, and like Hopeless Necromantic is just like a good value card in the mid to late game when you're not rushing to reanimate something with your power, because it just brings something back that's already died earlier. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this one and see how it goes. Yeah, grinning kolobok I think is a good example of like a reasonable 1-mana accelerator. Kolobok is basically the card you always want to play on 1 to get your acceleration going. So I'm going to go ahead and burn this Wake the Bones here and play this out. So again, this card uses the energy mechanic. Energy is tied to a specific card, so this card comes in with 1 energy, and every time it moves for the first time in a turn, it gains an additional energy. And then when it eventually dies, you gain 1 resource for every you gain 1 permanent resource for every 2 energy this is accumulated. So I'll slide this over, and it goes up to 2 power. And then I think I'm going to burn Eager Recruit here, and then play this out over here so we can kill their wall next turn. Now you'll note that even though this creates me a card that costs 1, I can't currently play this card because it requires 1 orange gem, and I don't have an orange gem. Howdy, Knuckler. Yeah, I think it doles out sub-gifts based on people who, like, how much you've watched the channel, from my understanding. I give it -2 attack and immobile. Rude. So let's kill that. I want to burn an orange card here so I can play my parsa regulars here, I think. I could also just play the recruiter. So if this creates an Eager Recruit when it dies, this potentially draws me a card. I think I'd rather just get more power into play here, so I'm going to burn that and play my 3/3s out over here.
Glory eternal.
Yeah, 600 for Mythgard's pretty good. It's about 50% of my average Magic viewer count, give or take. I did not move my thing because it was made immobile while it was being detained. They might give it the trump and deport him this turn, so I never get to accelerate with him, which would be annoying, but not the end of the world. We'll just burn him off and play Peri. Combat Muffin, thank you for the 2 months of support there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Really? Okay. Weird that they would... I guess the way I'd spread out made it difficult for them to not put this in a place where it was going to get hit. So So I'll slide this over. I'll attack this for an extra one since it's currently fragile. So it says, whenever you create a non-ephemeral minion in this lane, you add a 3/2 Insurgent to your hand. It's pretty good. I'm going to burn the stag for now, because it's a bomb I don't really need till later. Now the question becomes, do I want to play Peri, or do I want to play the hideout? I think I actually just want to play the hideout here, and then I can use my other 2 resources to activate my power. Oh, I'm dumb. So I messed up. So I'm going to put this back on top of my deck. When I flip my thing, it gives all my minions Slayer. And so this would have dealt an extra damage here. So because in combination with Fragile, I could have killed their wall here. So small mistake on my part. Where do I go for deck inspiration? The deck editor. I've been playing Magic since 97. I must admit that if I was just entering card games at this point, Mythgard would have my full attention. The fact that you always feel like you have a chance to game is fantastic. Like, yeah, there aren't. This game doesn't have an incredible number of non-games like Magic has. Magic's a game where you frequently don't get to make any relevant decisions and then you just lose. I think, and this is something we've talked about on stream before, I think there's a very real chance that, like, if someone tried to introduce a new game as Magic is today, they would probably get laughed out of the room, because there's just so many non-games and so much variance. Huh? They could be setting up to Misanthropy us next turn, so I'm not gonna, I could burn regulars and then play the recruit, but I think that's overextending a little bit. Yep, there's the Misanthropia, so all my stuff gets Blight 3, and then it dies next turn. Sniffed it out. Let's go ahead and Wake the Bones here. Get Peri at the Gates back to our hand. Go ahead and deploy Peri at the Gates here.
Fortune favors us.
When you're Peri at the Gates, draws another Peri at the Gates. Yo, dog.
Reporting.
That's why Eternal was such a miss for me. Yeah, Eternal has a lot of the same failings as Magic, because Eternal is basically just someone asked themselves, well, how do we make Magic play on a cell phone? And then they did it. This hideout card is pretty good. I don't think I've played with this before. Feels super powerful. I'm going to attack this for 3. I'm going to slide this over this way, I think. So that way I can deploy something else here. I'm going to play some dorks out over here so we can trade with this Harvester. Gosh, Born Again with Hideout seems absurd, huh? This card comes back to my hand every turn? That seems quite good.
Do we have a mission?
Is there a legend rule in Mythgard? There is not. But mythics you can only have one of in your deck. Nope, nope, yep, Peri's a harpy, not an angel. Like, my opponent's already burned one Misanthropia. There's not a sweeper in green in this game, right? It's just Misanthropia out of my opponent's deck that I have to worry about. And you can see one of the metrics of how far ahead we are right now is like, we're ahead on board, we're ahead on cards in our hand, and we have more resources than our opponent. So we're winning by most metrics currently.
There are always consequences.
So they stunned that, so I can't trade with their thing. That being said, I can lead this astray and shuffle it back into their deck. I'm going to slide this over. We'll drop Peri at the gates here.
Fortune favors us.
This lets me draw a couple of cards. Oh gosh, I missed sequence because I could have put Insurance Broker down to draw an extra card there. I guess I'll just play Insurgent at this point. Play one turn KOs. I don't know. Like if I keep my board, I drew it off the Peri. I could have played the Peri here before trading. So I give this blight 1, so it's going to shrink next turn. That bounces my ephemeral minion. Unfortunate. I'm going to drop Court Stag here, which picks Peri back up. Just endless value.
Glory eternal.
Oh, and I can actually burn more cards here because the Cobalt resources don't, you can burn 10 cards, and the Cobalt resources are extra. This deck draws a lot of cards. Oh no! Mindkin's Traitorous Murmur is real good. I just took my 8/8. Well. This is a demon. It's not an elk. We are not playing Detained Deported in here, which might be a mistake. Could be a mistake. Well then. Bye, friends.
Targets down.
Targets down.
Reporting.
That is in fact a draw. Get an angel here. Destroys all other minions when it comes into play. Gets one more strength for every one of our minions that gets killed. Gets one less health for every one of their minions that gets killed. Is a base 7/7. Sure, Ubisapo.
Fortune favors us.
Wake the Bones, yep. Sign me up. I would love a Bald Mountain. So, Get an Angel notably does not kill Sapo. because it's warded. However, I have 4 green, so I can pick up the chort stag here, and then drop the stag over here, which then picks up the angel. And then Bald Mountain can pick back up Wake the Bones to get this loop going again, which is sick. Yeah, the hideout, this card's been very, very impressive. I've been super impressed with this card so far. I think this AAA game will ever be more popular than the indie game Arena by WotC. Maybe. Yeah, it definitely feels like we're doing the thing. Or like thing adjacent at the very least. So I want to kill her next turn to take her off the Bald Mountain, as well as to just like take their powerful card out of play. Oh, if I stun their Bela, oh, they stunned my thing. That's awkward. Do I just like play my Bela here and stun their Bela? I think that's the plan.
There are always consequences.
All right, the insurgents are here to go. I mean, they're at 11 here this whole time, too. So, like, not only are we out-carding them, but we've been pressuring their health total as well, which is huge. The insurgents are here, chat, and they're ready to go. 3-2 is, like, that's a real stat line. I think with the board as full as it is, we should be okay from getting volitioned, right? I guess if they have the one that has power times equal number of minions in graveyards, but there aren't that many minions in graveyards, right? They stunned my stag again. Rude. All right, so this kills here. This has to kill the defender. Was I supposed to play Insurance Broker out first? Maybe we're supposed to play Insurance Broker out first. I think from a core gameplay perspective, Mythgard's a better game than Magic. And we've talked about that on stream before too, just from the sake of basic, just basal design. I think I'm gonna do this here and have it go get a Wake the Bones. From just a base design perspective, I think this game has better designs than Magic just because it wasn't made 20 years ago. But the one thing that I would say it doesn't currently have that Magic has, and this is something that'll develop over time, obviously, is Magic's incredibly deep card pool is a huge advantage it has over newer games. Nah, I think if Bela dies, that's fine. Magic has tens of thousands of different elks to choose from. It's funny because it's true. Oh, Bela has Lurker. I forgot about that. I was like, why? I was wondering why they didn't kill my Bela last turn. She does have Lurker. I don't think I missed any damage here. I would not be surprised if someone went back and watched this turn and was like, you missed lethal, Jeff. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, we'll plus Bela up. Oh, definitely wake the bones. Oh, this could have used Overrun on the Maze instead of killing the Sapo. Yeah, good call. There's still 19 cards in my deck. My opponent's actually drawn more cards than we have. Just like, we have so many virtual cards from reusing the ones we've already had, and these Insurgents have just been absurd. Yeah, the fact that we've had 12 resources to use this game because of the grinning kolobok has also been a big deal. We've been like spending 12 every single turn. Oh, this gives this defender. All right, so I'll kill. Oh, I need to flip this over so that way these get Slayer. Oh, I missed a point, right? They're dead. All right. So there's not a strict max mana, but you can only burn 10 cards per game, which is an important distinction. You can only get 10 gems, I suppose is the correct vernacular. All right, we win one more match. We'll complete these other two, which is sick. Enchanter will be easy to complete with the Rainbow Root deck later. Although I don't know that we're going to get to that today. Can be live for like another 45 minutes or so. Oh, right. I should change my faction mission. Yeah, because we're not doing this anymore. Orange. We're playing orange-green. Has Bela as a background. Thanks, Jin. So we got kolobok on one. It's kolobok with double orange cards on two, which is awkward, but definitely want a kolobok on the first turn. Second kolobok's a good draw, though. I agree with that, Pieces. I think because of how much this game is about playing to the board, it definitely translates very easily for new people that are watching so they can understand what's going on that's meaningful. All right, so I want to slide this over before I attack. I'm going to burn an orange card here. I'm going to play another Kobolk out. And I'm going to play a recruit out. And then I'm going to go ahead and use... So because I was on the draw this game, my pursuit makes my first power activation free. So I'm going to go ahead and use that here. Traitorous Murmur versus Bela. These both kind of suck. I think I'll take the Traitorous Murmur for now. To discard a card, discard the recruit. My opponent's deck is likely the blue-red aggro deck that top-aided the Mythgard event a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, interactive mid-range decks in this game are far better than those archetypes ever are in Magic, for sure. All right, so I think I'm just running these all the way down at this point. Like, if they want to kill these, it gives me more resources. Why are they better? One of the big reasons why is the issue that we often refer to as the wrong half problem in Magic doesn't exist in Mythgard. And that is in it mostly doesn't exist. So you can't, the cards that aren't good in a given matchup or at a given point in a game, you get to just burn away. Whereas in Magic, you're stuck with them, which is an important distinction. You're not stuck with your Fatal Push against a control deck, or like your Thought Seize against the burn deck or the red aggressive deck. Well, that's something to work towards Traitorous Murmuring, potentially. I might have actually sequenced wrong here. I probably should have played this 3-3 on this left lane, because this can kill this, and then this can eat this, whereas this would be able to kill this. Because this thing heals whenever one of my minions dies. Hopeless Necromantic is pretty bad at this point.
Fortune favors us.
I would love a lead astray. Don't want to attack here, so just going to pass back. So this can give Frenzy here. So they could Frenzy this, kill this, hit me for 3. But I'm still at 20, which is pretty high. Next turn I could potentially Murmur something or play a couple of cards out here. Would really like to draw a way to return this to play. That's pretty good. So this deals 1 damage to anything, so they can kill the Kobolk, give this Frenzy, and 6 me. That's a good hit here too. It lets them keep this alive. So they can put me down to 11 this turn if they don't want to draw. All right, so bad cards at the bottom of my bin, so we're gonna burn this. Yeah, do I just grab the Braggy? That might be right. It could also be right to lead astray this, and then like Scion of the Pride, Scion this. I think I like that better. So this gives me a spell that turns something into a 4/4, and this doesn't take damage from spirits, and the 4/4 it turns into as a spirit. I guess I get in trouble if they have a rush minion here, because Slayer is still currently on for my hero power. So like if they have a 2-power rush minion, they could hit this, burn it, hit me for 4 down to 7. We'd really like to draw a copy of
Is that all you've got?
well, that's excellent. It gets +1/+1 whenever an enemy minion's created. So I get to do, oh, that's a great draw too. So I get to do this. And then I get to go thing,
Reporting.
make your thing bigger, thing, make your thing bigger, steal your thing. Thanks for being informative, loving the game, and loving in the game that I love, Mythgard, but always Magic too, of course. Thanks for the 3 months, Pieces. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So this has Slayer still, so this can kill this next turn. I assume this is going to shoot this. They only have 3 cards in their hands here. Oh, are they going to rush down the center? It's a good line. And this is why you saw me spread my units out the way I did, to try and avoid, like, defend on as many lanes as possible. Wonder Drug's a yellow card, Pelly. So my health total is getting a little bit low. That being said, coffee's for closers, so like we're getting ready to turn the corner, right? So like this is gonna kill this, and I'm gonna 12 them next turn, and like deploy regulars to the middle. Yeah, we're gonna kill this and then ditch the Slayer next turn for sure. That's exactly correct. So this is gonna kill here. This'll kill here. Let's ditch the Slayer. I would love Awake the Bones.
Hey there.
Sapo, Angel Murmur, feel like Command the Dreadhorde, negate your hold board presence, establish mine. They're pretty good. Pretty good. I think I'm just picking up Peri here. Unfortunately, I'm out of orange gems at the moment. I think I'm going to burn this off. It's like I have a lot of resources because we got double Cobalt early, but I still need to hit my threshold so I can play lots of cards per turn. So we're a little bit low at 8. Opponent's deck doesn't have that much traditional reach, though, and they notably don't have the Overrun enchantment yet, which is really good for us. Opponent's got like 2 turns to kill me. They could throw down more blockers too, I suppose, with this lead astray and Peri to fill my hand up. That's a pretty good one.
Fortune favors us.
Oh, that's what I wanted for Christmas, chat. That one right there. That one right there. Lavish proxy me, baby. Can you say stabilized? So can't die while this is out. Sick. Pretty good. Welcome to the world of stabilization. like my coins, please. I've got enough coins for like a dozen packs. Look at that. Exactly a dozen. Get you. Let Jake open those when he gets home from school. Jake likes the flashing things. Going for that full 100%. Yep. Yeah, we have a 2 heaven and back. Sorry, I love my 5-year-old more than you, Twitch chat. He gets to open the packs. What's the economy like in this game? I'm gonna need to spend money to keep up. So they don't have a ton of set releases scheduled like Magic does. Their roadmap has 2 new set releases next year, I believe. People that I've talked to that have been free to playing have said the free to play is pretty generous. The $10 starter pack gives you like $30 worth of crap. So like, if you have a little bit of spending money, I think that's definitely worth the pickup. I whale play every game, so like my collection's basic, almost complete. Jin is stimulating the shilling economy by highlighting all these messages. Where am I at on the ladder? I am Mithril 2 or Mithril 3, I believe. Which Mithril is right below their highest one. Our opening hand's a little awkward here. Like, don't really want either of these in the opener because they're just so difficult to cast. It would be higher if you stopped playing all the dub decks we see. To be fair, I think I've lost more with Rainbow Root than most other things. Like the Aristocrats deck we played today, I think we went 4-1 with, which is great. I mean, like, do I even want to do the thing? Like, Armageddon Angel's not even that good to put in off Hopeless Necromantic, because, like, letting your opponent control when this card gets played is not ideal. That is the first deck. I saw that convinced me to play this game. It's a really sweet control deck. That's a Kobolk, huh? So, I think what I actually want to do here is I want to burn the To Heaven and Back. And then I'm going to play the Hideout here. And then next turn I can go 2-drop plus Kobolk. And like spend all my thresholds and resources efficiently here. Seeing the Rack deck and Rainbow Root opened my eyes to this game and I'm all in. I didn't want to play just mid-range games. I'm seeing real combos and value engines makes me happy. Yeah, the diverse selection of strategies in this game are plentiful. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if there's like a lot of things that haven't quite been explored yet in this game by the community. Just because the community's on the smaller side still. So you get to play Recruiter here. Which draws a card and then makes that. Then we get to play this here. I don't believe Swift stacks, no. That gives it armor. Brutal. Oh, they have the wing, the move. I should have. I guess there wasn't really a good place for me to deploy the Kobolk there.
Reporting.
Yeah, they have impel. All right, so I probably want to lead astray this 4/4 just so I stop getting beaten down here a little bit. Feeling pretty far behind at the moment. I could play the Insurgent here and then Wake the Bones by Recruiter. I don't hate that. The problem with leading astray is this... What's the word that I'm searching for? This, I won't be able to play Awake the Bones this turn if I lead astray. The problem with this line is their 2/1 gets to kill my 3/2, and then I take hits to the face from these two, and I'm only at 16. I think we might just get run out of this game. Super dead. So that gives their minions an extra move action. Or an extra attack action. Yeah, our start was super slow and theirs was very aggressive. Alright. Back on once more under the breach, huh? Sand is also super awkward. There's nothing to do early. Okay, so I think we want to burn another orange card here. I'm going to get the hideout down and start generating some value that way. Probably burn off this bald mountain for our first green source. Just like this is a card we don't want too much later in the game. If you like this as a best of one game, is that it reduces non-games? Yeah, that's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head. Like, I think for a tournament setting, I'd prefer best of 3, but like, as far as laddering is concerned and playing fast games, this game doesn't make me frustrated playing best of 1 like Magic does, because there aren't like every game you play is an actual game. Now I'm turning 30 a few days ago. Can I have my sword a month early? I want to tell the kids to get off my lawn. I can't make exceptions for one, because then I have to make exceptions for all. Happy birthday, though. So next turn, I'll probably slide this down, play recruit here, play a 3/2 over here.
Reporting.
I don't think I need Wake the Bones at this point in the game. I want to play Insurgent on this lane as opposed to this one, because I don't want their 2/3 to be able to attack this in a perfect world. Oh, I guess their Fragile's going away, so they get to eat this now. Yeah, I should have used the disc to get Slayer. Didn't have enough resources to do that, though. Who do you think will be the first Ashillionaire? I don't know. Hard to say. I don't have a leaderboard, so like I can't really make like an educated guess on that statement. It won't be me, said Jin.
Hey there.
It's my birthday. I can sub if I want to. Well, happy birthday. So, I think my plan here is to use my power next turn to give minions Slayers. So we can get slightly more profitable trades here. So I'm going to slide this over. This cost me 2 to give Slayer, but that's fine. I'll take Awake the Bones. Actually, stunning on Bela might be super useful here. We have to discard a card. And then these can trade here. And then I can Born Again over here. And then I can burn... probably Broker, honestly, and play the Recruit here to block their 4-4, so they don't take a hit there. And then next turn we can parry here. So these two will trade if they attack, because this currently has Slayer, and this is a 2-3, so this will do 1 more. This is mostly chump blocking, but it prevents my face from taking 4 more, which is good. With the hideout here and the parry at the gates in my hand, I want to just like do my best to stem the bleeding, basically, so that way I can let my large amounts of card advantage take over the game. I want to try and stabilize at a high-ish life total. We're gonna have a lot of cards coming. Yeah, not taking 4 sounds super good. My opponent's like got red in their deck, so like that's the more aggressive color. There's a lot of rush minions in that color.
Flame, take you.
Rough. That came into play and hosed my dork. Their timer is burning here. So we'll trade this next turn. I think I'm just burning Bela here. I think I'm going to lead this Astray and then Insurgent here. And, like, I'm kind of out of gas at this point, but, like, I've got Born Again coming back to my hand. My power can activate to draw an extra card when I'm ready to flip it. Perry's going to draw 2 cards next turn. I mean, this card's definitely not good against blue. We beat the blue-red aggro deck earlier, the enchantment-based aggro deck, I believe. Or is that a different deck? I don't remember now. I'm out of gas, except I'm about to draw 3 cards. Yep. About to deploy a 2-2 and draw 3. And we're, like, kind of at parity on board, so... feel like we're in an okay spot. Yeah, Peri is super strong. That lets them trade for that, and then hit my face for 3. Rude. Favorite colors in this game? I think red. Huh? Draw a card. Draw a card. Come on. Perfect. So we'll burn. Actually, I just like double Born Again here. Huh? I was gonna say I want to burn whatever I draw so I can go Insurgent Born Again, but I might just like double Born Again now. As you will. If they have another Magmatar here, we get in a little bit of trouble. So they can go hero power this over, Magmatar in the middle, kill these, hit me for 3, down to 8. You should always use the form, Morgie. Please and thank you. The last time I told someone, never mind, don't use the forum, they submitted something that I actually didn't want to play, so always use the forum. Oh yeah, they could Magmatar over here and kill all of these, that's true. Ugh. 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 Vomit.
Fortune favors us.
And in for Bela. Bela stun the Magmatar.
Consequences.
That one. Just give me some breathing room. They keep like killing my thing and attacking me with this every turn. I just need like a chance to breathe here. And she's got Lurker, so if they have to kill this before they can attack her. So next turn we'll probably use my hero power to divination and then draw. That's, yep. It's a pretty good one. Means they get to trade these here, but then this goes back to their hand and they get a shock out of it. Second Magmatar would be less than stellar. Oh, it gets bigger too, right? Forgot about that. I might just be leading this astray back into their deck. Nice, Soul. Huh? I guess this lets me draw a card. I want to add I want more resources here. So, do this so I can burn it. And then I can play I'm going to play Insurgent here. And then next turn I can go Broker here, trade these, draw a card with Broker. Yeah, this gives the minion that comes back agile as well, which means they can attack through my blockers, which is not great. My health total's real low. So we're dead. Excellent. Looks like we've died. Feels dead, man. That puts us to 3. And they have this up in their hand here too still. Demon Insect Angel. This card's seen some stuff. It's been around the block a time or two. This list doesn't really have ways to gain life, huh? I mean, like, exactly lavish proxy. Yeah. Yes, this deck's felt okay against other mid-range decks, but it feels like it's just like these aggressive decks just like getting under us really hard. This got kind of just too much clunk. Hey, we finished a faction mission, though. Got that going for us. Create 6 minions with warded. Yeah, that's another thing, too. Like, the games we've been playing here, it feels like the games where we have like the early kobolds are really able to get going, but the games where we don't have that acceleration, we're just kind of getting run down. Are there anything in these colors that gain us life? Like other than lavish proxy hoping to live, like what other ways do these colors have any ways to stabilize against the aggressive decks? Miraculous Feast. That card's pretty medium. That's pretty bad. All right, let's try one more and then we'll call it a day. Could use the life gain power, maybe. The giving things Slayer has been pretty good. Oh, you do get Slayer. You're right. Slayer is based on... It's based on the disc, right? Alright, let's try that. Let's try and switch to Mend. Gain a couple extra points of life here and there. I like that suggestion. The Slayer is based on which disc side you're on, right? Yeah, the Foresight's a little redundant. Waiting, do 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 do. There are 27 players in Champion. A lot of us up here in Mithril. When I play this deck, I go back and forth between Mend and Foresight. Yeah. Yeah, Mend might give us like that little bit extra we need to stabilize in the games where we don't get Cobalt going. You could see that being reasonable. I think I'm gonna burn this to put Bornigan into play next turn. It means burning a green instead of an orange means I can't play Recruiter next turn, but I think that's fine. Just playing this out to block sounds good. think instead of sideboarding, changing your path / power could work. That could be one option. There's a lot of different things you could do. Hopefully they don't have Fire Spitter here. If they have Spitter to kill my 2-1, we're going to be in a bad spot. They don't have a Spitter. My 2-1 trades with their thing, which is great. Because that 2-1 comes back to my hand at the end of turn. It's a decent pickup. Definitely want to burn an orange card here. Think it's just Peri. I guess I could wait. I could play the Eager Recruit here and then mend to gain 1 and draw a card. Kind of don't hate that. I don't need this Wake the Bones yet. The creator said they're working on a best of 3 format. Sweet. Sounds good for tournament modes. He is going to get led right off a cliff. So actually in a pretty good spot here. This trades here. He says before it teleports away. So this has the mechanic teleport, which allows it to jump any number of spaces when it moves. I'm going to leave my 2-1 down here so that way it blocks these lanes. That's pretty good. It's an enchantment that gives the occupied minion +3/+3.
Hey there.
It's another Born Again. That's sweet. So long as they don't have a Flame Spitter to deal 1 damage every turn, my Born Agains are very good. Take 6 to the face from this. Or 7 to the face, you know, whatever. Do I want to traitorous murmur this and kill their other one? That's probably unnecessary.
Fortune favors us.
And burn one of these and play Born Again out here. I saw the Oko ban for Brawl. Hopefully they do standard next. It's like, oh, now do standard, now do standard. These Born Agains just coming back again and again and again. It's real great. Kill this, smash here, burn this, go. Play a thing, play a thing, play a thing, play a thing. Who's got 2 thumbs and excited to get thunderclapped? This guy right here. I guess if they give me the clap, I still have a 3/3. That's the one we're stealing right there. That's the one, chat. That's what the murmur is for. Slide to the left, slide to the right. 1 hop this time. Do. Do I want to gain a life here? That would flip this to Slayer and make me discard a card. I think that's fine though. Yeah, we get some life gain from their oak, which is great. Like, sure, kill my stuff, but like, you lose 1, I gain 1. It's pretty good. I get to slide this over and trade here, which is great, though, because it says Swift. Huh? So I can smack this in here. And then I can smack this in and draw Activation 3, draw a card. And then I can go ahead and go smack your face, hopeless necromantic, insurance broker,
Premiums.
play this here. I guess this leaves me open on this lane here, but I'm at 14 here, so I shouldn't be able to die on this lane without an enchantment in it. Sure, draw your card. Like they're at 8 at this point.
Smash.
So like this does 3, this does 4 in trades. I get my things back. This can draw a card. Smack your face, smack your face. Hopeless, necromantic, lavish, proxy, go. GG! Proxy shouldn't be near the giant star, right? Nah, they were far enough behind that it didn't matter. So, my takeaway from this deck, my big takeaway is that I would like to explore hideout in other shells. This card like churned out a bunch of really great things, especially alongside recruit and other stuff like that. I'm not convinced that this is actually a good hopeless necromantic deck. Like, because we have eager recruit and we have grinning kolobok, I kind of want to just like cut this card and play something else. I don't know what I play offhand, but like play a different power, not play hopeless necromantic. If that would be the direction I would want to explore with this deck, I think. Like, I feel like I have enough bad cheap creatures that like this card's just awkward in enough of the games that I'm not super interested in it. And like maybe whatever we replace this with could be another card that like helps things be cheap to like play to the board so we don't get run over by aggro as much. Could see that being the case. The color requirements aren't too bad. There are a lot of double orange. Bella's not a card that you play on 3. So you're right, we've got triple green and triple orange, but like you don't have to play these cards on curve a lot of the time. Is an important thing to recognize too. Yeah, maybe some Gallows Boys could be okay, I could see that. At any rate, that's going to be it for me for today, folks. Really appreciate everybody that hung out through our Mythgard segment. I'm going to be back with some more Mythgard on today's Tuesday. On Thursday this week, tomorrow is going to be Pioneer into Standard on Arena. So, as always, you can find lots of great stuff on my website and my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, if you're first time watching Mythgard, click Videos Mythgard. There's a ton of VODs up there of lots of different decks, and all of the decks that I'm playing in those videos are in the video description for easy importing into the client. I'm going to go ahead and do one more ad roll here at the end of the day so I can meet my quota, and I'll catch everyone around tomorrow, hopefully, or Thursday if you're just here for Mythgard stuff. Have a good one, folks.